Yo, what is up guys? It's the Nightwing at Way of Life Esports coming at you guys with another League of Legends video here today. This is going to be the LCS 2021 Summer Split Week 6 recap, and joining me here today for the recap of the LCS 2021 Summer Split Week 6 is Warren. He doesn't feel good right now, so don't worry guys. I will carry most of the video talking trash about TSM because they're a dog shit organization. Isn't that right, Warren?
Sure.
Don't you think Lena's attractive actually?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think Doublet's attractive?
Why not?
Okay, so for this past week of the LCS, there was some interesting games. You had a good amount of upsets that actually happened. Golden Guardians took down Team Liquid, which was pretty interesting. Cloud9 lost to FlyQuest, who were on a 10-game losing streak. FlyQuest ended up subbing in their entire academy roster, and basically, if you're at that point, if you're subbing in your entire academy roster, you're thinking to yourself, okay, like shit has literally hit the fan, let's just put in anything, and let's see if it works out. So, you know, they do that against Cloud9. They end up winning, actually. And they actually end up going on a 3-game win streak, actually. You know, for FlyQuest. Golden Guardians, they actually ended up doing really well this past week as well. They beat Team Liquid, but they ended up dropping game. But they also ended up beating 100 Thieves as well. And they only dropped the game to TSM. So they took games off of the quote-unquote top teams in the league, which is actually pretty good, you know, for Golden Guardians. As you guys already know, FlyQuest traded Licorice to Golden Guardians, and he had a really good game on Renekton against Team Liquid, but they look pretty interestingly bad against TSM. So, you know, for Golden Guardians, I'm not really too sure how I feel about their roster still. Like, they replaced Solo, who wasn't really a problem with Licorice, but you could see that Licorice has better potential than Solo, which is the reason why you do that. Iconic and Ablaze Olive, they're an okay mid-jungle duo. Stixay and Chime are, like, very subpar, you know, in terms of this roster, but, you know, they want to make a few changes to make playoffs, and now Golden Guardians are like tied for 9th with CLG at 10 and 26. CLG actually, not even just a discussion of their gameplay. CLG they beat TSM. They lost to FlyQuest, and then they ended up losing to Dignitas. So they went 1-2. You guys have obviously heard us talk about the CLG drama that went on, honestly, because, you know, they revealed that video where, you know, their general manager basically said that, you know, they're going to be making some roster changes, and then later on, you know, this week, I posted that video on the channel. Demonte is now joining CLG, actually. Now, I'm not really too sure if this is actually going to be, you know, a big upgrade for them. I'm not really too sure about that because I have to judge his gameplay off 100 Thieves, and he didn't look that good on 100 Thieves, but I don't know what the team dynamic was, how they misutilized him. But to be fair, if we're looking at just Demonte's level of gameplay versus Pole Belters, they're just going for an upgrade, right?
One man's trash is another man's treasure.
That's literally all it is. Like, maybe he can be the definitive factor to turn around CLG season. They have, what, like 9 games left? So, yeah, like, wait, yeah, well, there's 3 weeks left, and there's 9 games to actually play. So, you know, maybe he's gonna turn around the team. I would literally just contemplate switching out more players. I don't know why they don't switch out a player like Smoothie. I don't know why they don't switch out a player like, I mean, even, like, Brox has had, like, some okay games. Finn's had some pretty suspect games, actually. I would personally say switch out Smoothie, and then you're gonna potentially have a roster that might get a few more wins, but I'm pretty sure CLG's Academy support isn't really that good either. You know, I got a chance to watch Academy games, and their Academy support also isn't that good either, you know? So, I'm not really too sure what's gonna really be the best thing CLG can do. I'm kind of like just at a loss for words right now. You know what I mean?
Garbage.
Like, I just don't see what they can do. Like, it's not even just branding with CLG. Like, the actual level of gameplay they've been showing has been just abysmal, you know? Even where Travis, he put out a record of the summer split. If the records obviously reset. CLG has only won 5 games, guys. They've only won 5 games. This is a bad team. The next games CLG has to play is against Team Liquid, Cloud9, and Immortals. Yep, good luck there. So we'll see for this week coming up if they can actually take down some of these top teams. I'm not really too sure if they can, actually, but, we'll see what happens, actually. So moving past CLG, FlyQuest ended up going 3-0. They finally broke their 10-game losing streak with a 3-game win streak. They took down Cloud9.
Nice.
And they took down CLG, and they took down Immortals. So I think that, when you look at this roster of FlyQuest, I like Triple. I'm glad he finally got his chance to play on stage. I just talked to him. He's a really great guy. I hope this is not just one of those situations where a roster like this comes in and they really honestly just don't do well afterwards because teams just review games that they play against FlyQuest's Academy roster and they find ways to beat them. So I hope FlyQuest's quote-unquote new team find ways to improve and not be stagnant. That's all they can do, because if they remain stagnant, the other better teams with the better players will just beat them once again. I'm glad they broke their winning streak, but let's see some consistency out of FlyQuest. People were like, why did they sub out Jose Diodo? Because he's bad. He was playing really, 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 really bad. So, I'm not saying it's all based on him. A lot of the players were playing really bad. They're basically like, okay, our season's going to be fucked if we don't do anything. Entire Academy roster in. The reason why it worked out better this time than when they put their academy players in was because you're actually putting in an entire team rather than like 3/5 of a team hoping that it actually works out. Immortals, actually, I'm not really too high on Immortals, actually. The more I watch their games, the more I realize how bad they are. Like, Xerxes is the only true good part of this team. They also lost every game this week, too. They lost to Evil Geniuses, they lost to Team Liquid, and they lost to FlyQuest. So Immortals has not looked that good. They had a few good weeks for the split so far, but it honestly just hasn't been that great from Immortals. Like, Revenge is pretty much not been the same player he was. Xerxes is like the best player on the team. Destiny and Raze aren't having the same level of consistency that they've had in the past few weeks. Insanity's just been pretty lackluster. Like, there's nothing you can really say about Immortals. Like, they're just not been improving. Like, to be fair, to be fair, they should, in theory, be doing better than like Dignitas, but they're not also either. So, like, they're doing better than FlyQuest, CLG, and Golden Guardians, but that's par for the course right there, right? But when you're looking at teams like Dignitas, I think they should be better than Dignitas. Why should they not? Honestly.
Yeah, on paper they should, because Raze and Destiny came from Origin when they had a good team, and Raze was a pretty good at Worlds. And Xerxes. So the real question mark should have only been Insanity and Revenge. I don't know. I think it's one of those things is where is an org that they can't really afford a top quality player.
Because like last year they spent a good amount of money on Xmithy because they bet on Xmithy to be like their future player, and that didn't work out.
And so I'm sure that their org is kind of reeling in from past contracts. So I don't know. I don't. This is they have a. I'm trying to be as kind as possible.
Warren being kind. What the fuck? That doesn't exist. What the hell?
They can probably make playoffs. I think
they'll most likely make playoffs, though. They have enough wins to pretty much get them in there. I just see them going out in the first round, going to a loser's bracket, and then just losing. Or, no, because, like, I'm not really too sure how the bracket's set up in summer, because it's a little bit different towards, like, spring now.
Yeah, it's 8 teams, and... Yeah. So the bottom teams, like whatever teams are the 7th or 8th, started in the losers bracket, so they only get one chance.
Yeah, like basically, if you're not like 6th place, you basically only get like one chance, and that's what I see. Out of these teams that'll be like 7th and 8th, you'll get like one chance, and that's the last you'll see of these orgs for this year. Dignitas. So Dignitas lost to Team Liquid. They lost to Cloud9. And they ended up beating CLG. So this just proves what Warren talked about last split with Dignitas. They can't beat top tier teams, but they are competitive against teams around their skill level. That's
Yeah,
it. That's literally it. They
and that's
literally
okay.
are. That's good. You know, as long as you're able to beat your competition, that's below you. That's good because that's really the only place you need to get wins from. They're now 18-18, so they've won just as many games as they've lost. I mean, sub 500 record. Okay, like, dude, I'm just not really into Dignitas anymore. I really like fell off of them right after
Shout
they
out
got
to
rid
T
of.
Root.
Yeah, like right after they got rid of Dardock, I was like, okay, you got rid of your only chance to do anything in playoffs potentially. I was like,
Shout
this
out to
team just
Nickname
sucks.
I
So, oh,
as well.
Warren, are you throwing shade again?
Not shade. Dignitas is a good team. Shout out to Nickname I. That's
Yeah,
all.
yeah. You know, Dignitas is gonna win worlds, right?
Yeah, 2020, 2033. Sure.
2033. We'd all be dead by then. Holy fuck, dude. God, I probably have like 8 kids by then. You know, doing the dad
Yeah.
life.
Yeah, you'll be crippled.
Oh my
Anyway,
god. Warren, I thought you were gonna be nice. Holy shit. Alright. Time to talk about our top teams in the league. So,
yes, I got energy now.
oh
Thank
my
you,
god.
Lord.
Let's talk about Team Liquid. It's like, oh no. Team Liquid. Actually, so Team Liquid, they ended up beating Dignitas, they beat IMT, and they ended up actually losing to Golden Guardian. So
Guardian.
you had a little bit of a bounce back with Team Liquid, but when you're looking at the actual games, it looked pretty rough. And the same thing happened with TSM. So like one of the Dignitas games, I man, at that Yusui Kassadin game, like he's scaling, Yusui is scaling his Kassadin, guys, and you know what he does? He actually just throws himself into die, and the game's over, right? After he 5 minutes earlier previously one shot Jensen on LeBlanc, right?
Right.
I, I'm
It's,
I, I'm
it's
I'm like going,
it's
what the
silly.
fuck?
It's really silly.
Yeah, like, dude, I'm just going like, what the fuck? And like, the game Team Liquid had against Golden Guardians, you know, if you look at the level of gameplay they showed from that, it was like okay, but they ended up losing anyway. Like, did you like the return of Alfari this week? Because this marked it Alfari's return.
I thought it was nice to see him back. I think he went basically 1-1, which is
Mm-hmm.
which is okay. You know, I mean that's your first. Well, this is like his second week back, right, or his first week back.
First week back, because I thought they played Jenkins in one of their games too. Did they not? Or
Yeah,
I
they played Jenkins in one of their games,
yeah,
so
because they want to do that 6 man roster thing. Oh god, because that always ends
which
up good.
is no, that's just stupid. I think something's gonna happen a trade wise, and I don't think so. Alfari. I think either Alfari goes back to EU or he stays and goes to a team that's gonna because it's still dysfunctional. You're
Hmm.
paying $6 million to have him sub out with an academy player. That's ridiculous. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
That's
when they announced that they were gonna do a 6 man roster, I'm like, really, really? That's why you don't pick up Dokla because they picked up Dokla for Academy, and it's like you don't need to do that though. You could have just had Jenkins play
go right
Academy.
back. Just go
Yeah,
right
it's
back.
so simple. You could have just had Jenkins play potentially Academy and LCS. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's fine with getting all that stage time, and or you just have Alfari play Academy. That's all you
Uh,
do. You know,
yeah.
they just
It's,
put themselves in a fucking hole picking up Dokla, which I don't understand why you do that. What is wrong with you people? And like
I
he had a really bad game against Golden Guardians too. He did pretty poorly against Licorice. They got absolutely blasted in this game, and you could tell they're all at like the face cams. They were like, okay, we're probably trash, but you know they did end up going 2-1, but it wasn't like a convincing 2-1. Like you know,
maybe again. We gotta also. I am a proponent to that. I don't. And sorry, guys, if I don't seem very high energy. It's just this stomach ache's really killing me. I'm not a proponent for the best of ones, especially. I
Mhm.
think it's. I think this whole news. I think they tacked on what an extra couple of games. I think it's ridiculous.
Well,
Like,
they basically added in an extra day of best of ones to kind of make the season longer. But
Yeah,
because like there's a lot to it. So the fans wanted more games, right? So they factored in why not just add in an extra day of best of ones and you actually play more games. So the fans
their
want more
view.
games, but you only play one game because you don't want to have potential burnouts with your players, right? But that's where I take a problem with that. I don't think that's a bad idea to have more games, right? Because we all want more games, right? That's fine because we're like the consumer. We want more games because it's entertaining. That's fine. Why not just play best of threes then? If you play best of threes, that imagine this, dude. Wouldn't it be more easier to prep for one team than it is to prep for three? You have to prep for three teams playing against three different teams a week. Whereas if you just played best of threes, you just prep for one team on that day, which is so much more simple, right?
All right.
Because they're playing.
Uh,
This feels like a best of three anyway, though. Does this? Did this not? They're playing three games. So if I just sat down and played one series, it'd just be over with on the
yeah,
same day.
I think it would be healthier for the league, but I
Cause like, dude, because the teams they're like no, because people are like, well, NA viewership won't respond well to best of threes. That's bullshit. That is fucking bullshit. That is so
I think
stupid.
the Sunday. I will say the Sunday viewership is drops dramatically from the Friday to Saturday viewership because most people are like getting ready for their one the NBA is going most NBA games. I think the finals is played on a Sunday, so now you got people that who they might be esports fans, but they're trying to catch basketball
Hmm.
and
Even if,
this
dude, even a fan like
and,
me, dude, I work on Sunday. I don't think I've ever had a
ba-
Sunday off actually.
yeah, a lot of sports are being played on that day, so it's
Hmm.
really conflicting on a sports level, even though esports isn't physical in nature.
Hmm.
So I think they should just do Friday, Saturday, just like EU
Or
does.
speed through
Personally,
it like the LPL and LCK does. Why can't we have games on Mondays or Tuesdays? But I that is also hard because like a lot of the viewers are older now. They have families and shit. They work a lot of hours, so maybe not weekdays per se. But if you want to get like the games over with faster, I'd say start with Thursday. That way you don't play games on Sunday though. But like, because the fans have said like we don't want to see best of fives between FlyQuest and IMT or best of threes, right? But that's IMT and FlyQuest's fault. They don't have fans. Like they're like we don't want to watch best of threes of those the bad teams playing. Okay, nobody watches the bad teams in NBA and NFL anyway, unless you're just a super mega fan like I am for League of Legends, where I watch even for like NBA and NFL. Sometimes I'll watch the bad teams because I just like watching the games. But like, no, not a lot of people are like me, you, fucking other people we've talked to, right? If you
right?
don't, you can choose not to watch the bad teams, and then if you choose not to watch the bad teams, that's the bad team's fault for not building up a fan base or giving you a reason to watch their games. So we don't play a better format because you don't want to watch the bad teams. What? You just don't watch the bad teams then. Just watch the best of threes with the good teams. Like what the fuck? Like I don't know, man. It just hinders that is a massive hindrance right there.
I think they just make it either Saturday, Sunday, or Friday, Saturday.
Give me
The next,
you do Friday through Sunday, best of threes. That's all you got to do. It's much easier on the teams too. You prep for one, potentially two teams a week, three games. That's it. Cause it's not like these guys don't play more than a best of three in scrims anyway. Like and solo queue. So that's all I gotta say about that. If people say, "Oh, well, I don't want to watch best of threes between like fucking IMT and CLG," well, that's their fault for not actually building up a fan base. That's their fault. You don't have to watch the bad teams play either. Because if there's two best of threes on a day, they're gonna schedule one banger best of three and one subpar best of three. Happens in the LPL and LCK for literal years. So and they're fine. So I don't know why the LCS is some token snowflake place where that can't happen because people don't know how to fucking think with themselves. Um, Evil Geniuses have looked pretty good. They're on an 8-game winning streak actually.
yeah,
Previously, 100 Thieves were on a 9-game winning streak before their winning streak got snapped. Actually, I'm pretty sure, right? No.
yeah,
No, they had an 8-game winning streak. He got snapped by Golden Guardians.
yeah. Then
Yeah, Evil Geniuses have been playing pretty well. Like this is what I initially thought the roster would be coming into spring, but now it's finally started to come together. Of course, they don't have the same AD carry because they had definitely before, and now they have Danny. But Impact's been one of the best top laners for the split. Svenskeren looked like okay at some points. Like they've even been doing this weird 6-man roster thing because you saw Contracts come in for a game. Contracts won them a game as well. Ignar and
Did he
Danny.
cry again?
Did he? I hope not. Warren,
I,
you're so mean. Oh my God,
I
Warren.
got I got bounty paper towel for him if he cries again.
Oh my God, Ignar and Danny have looked like a pretty solid bot lane. Jizuke, let's see how many games he fucking doesn't coin flip. Because if Jizuke's on point and he doesn't throw a game away, they can be a legitimate competitive threat, actually.
Boo hoo.
Okay. Well, he took all of my analysis and just threw it out the window. He was like,
No,
"That's
no,
trash."
no. EG is could be a very scary team for one of the top teams in the first round, or if they're in the bottom round, because they could potentially knock out a hundred thieves or a TSM or a Cloud9 TL. I think they can. They're a scary team if the series go their way. So I think that's a team that could be a dark horse to like at least make a run to like maybe
Mhm,
the semifinal. I don't think they're a finals team, but I can see them
mhm.
upsetting. So I think teams need to start really buckling down because remember, there's only 3 spots for worlds. There's not four,
NA doesn't even
and
deserve 4 spots for Worlds, actually. People are talking about that shit. I'm like, NA does not deserve 4 spots for Worlds. That'd be
yeah,
literally a free win for anyone. So,
yeah.
looking at Cloud9, actually, Cloud9 lost to FlyQuest, they lost to Evil Geniuses, and they beat Dignitas. Like, guys, Cloud9 are
Oh,
definitely.
sounds like TSM.
Cloud9 are not playing good, guys. And,
They're garbage.
like, you.
Maybe Perks' hat that he wears on stage is debuffing him.
Like, it's one thing. I don't even know how. I don't want to go on off an 8 long hour tangent on this, but
Soliloquy.
I pretty much Blabber's bad. He's playing really bad right now. Now he talked about they can't really play through jungle right now because it's not that strong. I not really.
That's a little. Whoa. Okay, now I got some energy. What did this little like? This is the same guy last week that was like, I'm the best fucking jungler. Shut the fuck up, kid. This is probably one of the best metas. Like literally, someone I forgot who said it. Someone said that this is probably one of the funnest. I think LEC jungler. This is a best meta because you have all sorts of champion. It's not my fault you're dog shit on Diana and you can't play anything besides Olaf, or you don't know how to play behind, or you just all of a sudden go brain
Yeah,
dead like a zombie. What
because
an idiot!
it's he claimed it was more of like the meta shifting between because before when they were really successful with Blabber it was more due to like Talia champions like Talia, who was else in the meta at that moment in time, the junglers of like last year we had like Olaf, Talia,
Udyr,
like
Udyr,
hard carry
Hecarim.
junglers, Hecarim, like hard farm carry junglers like Lee Sin, Elise,
Yeah,
Udyr, Hecarim.
but the jungle right now, because I play with a guy who plays jungle. The jungle right now is clearing. You don't get um rewarded for heavy ganking because of the way the XP works and
Yeah, if
how.
you heavy gank, you're gonna be like 3 levels behind if you do that shit.
Right, right. So like, I don't. I think that's a load of BS. I'm calling that out. I think he's just performing bad, and he doesn't know how to articulate it well,
Mhm.
personally. But um, I don't know. Cloud.
It's only
That's
just
what I'm saying.
it's crazy that Fudge is like their best player right now, and Fudge, even outside of him, he's had some pretty suspect games too, where they've picked specifically for him, and he's not been doing that well either. Like I don't know. I hope they can fix their
I hope
issues and bounce
they don't
back.
make worlds. I hope
Thank you,
Cloud
Warren.
Nine
I
hope.
I love that. Don't you just love that out of Warren? He just like takes your analysis and throws it out and hopes your team does bad, but hope his
Uh,
team does better.
no, I don't think. Listen, I wouldn't be surprised if like TSM or Cloud9 don't make worlds. I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised, dude. No, not one bit.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised right now if Cloud9 didn't make Worlds either because they're playing really bad. Like, and I get it, guys. It's just a regular season. Am I overreacting? I don't. I'm not because you have to judge games based off the quality they're playing right now. People are like, well, can they just improve? Yes, stupid fucker and idiots. You can improve, but I'm gonna call out you're playing bad right now. I can't predict for your future. I don't know what your future is gonna look like. I can only talk about the games right now. Blabbers looked bad. Him and Perks don't play well together. The bot lane looks disconnected from the entire team. They're not doing as well. They pick for Fudge. He can't really do much because carrying through top lane is going to be significantly harder in his role compared to the other ones. It was been really bad. The game against Evil Geniuses was really, really poor. Them going for a 3v2 collapse on Jizuke, Svenskaren, and what was the other guy? Ignar, right? It's just all been looking bad for Cloud9. If the record does not reset between spring and summer, they've went even. They've went 9-9 for summer so far. That's the crazy thing. They would be in fifth place
That
if
sounds
the
like you
records
too.
didn't reset, actually. So I don't know. I hope things can get better. Someone on Facebook told me they were testing. Testing what? Testing how to lose fast? What the
Uh,
hell?
they're trying to speed run to the airport.
Trying to speed run to an early vacation, right? I don't know.
Yeah, they're trying to look at it, get that couch comfy.
Guys, I love Cloud9, but and people will say you complain about the team so much. I'm sorry, I'm not a fucking cocksucker. So,
I mean, we don't know what you do after the show,
oh,
so
definitely do that. But Blabber and Purse Synergy is not good. The bot lane is not playing as dominant, and they're not playing in their individual lanes as well. And Fudge is the only person that can kind of carry games, and it's just not coming together, honestly. But all I can do as a fan is hope they can fix their issues. That's all I can do. If they're making playoffs, that's without a doubt. Will they do well in playoffs? I don't know, actually. But now let's talk about TSM and 100 Thieves. Because both teams this week looked kind of rough. You know what I mean? The records would show they looked pretty good, but if you look at the individual games, they looked rough. And what I mean by that is it looked like it was very hard to play the game from their point of view, right? in
right.
this in this game against 100 Thieves, because we had the match of the week. We had TSM versus 100 Thieves.
Oh,
100 Thieves ended up
that game.
taking 100 Thieves ended up taking the head to head in that. I thought that was gonna be a banger ass game, dude. The first and second place team going at it.
It was a banger for like the first 7 minutes, and then it became a disaster and a dumpster fire.
Let's talk
I
about
was
this
so
TSM draft. Don't you just love talking about TSM drafts, dude?
I was so it wasn't even draft. It was just like some of these like when I was watching the games, like why are you guys making these like amateur mistakes? I don't know, man. Like their comp is okay. They got Varus for later. Viego can get resets.
Mhm.
Mundo's a front line. So they have a decent comp. But oh yeah, this is what I was complaining about. Like Mundo and Comet and Ghost. Like, what are you?
Just troll. That's pure trolling, dude. That is hey, can I just get off the stage and go back to my couch?
Like my thing is, if you're gonna pick Mundo, if you had an idea that you're gonna pick Mundo, why not just ban Gwen? Because she's already a power pick as is. Just ban Gwen as is. Get it off the the table, and then now it's up because Glenn basically says, you know what, if you're a tank, you're not playing the video game. That's basically what Gwen says, and I don't know, like this was pretty decent, like to start,
Yeah,
but then like
when
but
they
then
turned
like
this
you
fight
see,
around, when they actually won this fight, I was like, okay, they could probably win the rest of this game because, to be fair, if you look at the kill score, it was 3-1, right? But before this moment, 100 Thieves had a pretty nice stranglehold on the game.
right, and it's just like then like things like this, like what are you doing?
What
What are
is
you
this? What is this? This bronze level of gameplay. When Closer got this triple kill, he got a triple kill after this. I think I was like, this game's over. This ain't no match of the week. This is the match of the slaughter. God.
Yeah, I was like, I know MSK can't wait to talk to me.
Can't
Yeah, and
wait to
this was
watch the
and
fucking Olaf run
this
down TSM.
this level of this little retardation. Like, look where Speaker is, and like look where Speaker and
Like earlier today when we were talking about Advene and shit like that, dude. I was like, what the hell? All right, let's replay this back. Because I know people are like, you guys don't do any analysis in your videos. Shut the fuck up. It's like, if I have to break down why this is bad, I'm not even you're not even worthy to be talked
First of
to.
all, look, Power Review is trying to keep mid. Like, first of all, why are you doing? Let's stop the video right here. What are those three doing up there? Are they like in kindergarten? They don't know what to do. They need a teacher to hold their hand. Like, this is silly. You have two of your biggest damage dealers not even near the fight. What mindset said to you we can be a Olaf that's fed, a Thresh that can CC, and 200 years who's on two
200
items?
years.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, with lethality Varus. Yep, that's and a Mundo that doesn't even have grass and he has Comet. So he's paper. He's like recycling
Oh,
garbage right now.
oh
Like
my
what?
god. Look
Like
at
look where Power EU is literally in at the TVA. Mika's swimming in the river. Like
Oh
what's going
my
on?
god. Okay, so like initially, Sword Art gets the hook off onto Philios. That's fine. They kill him.
Yeah, but they have no damage. Like if like think about it, if Viego's there, this fight
Yeah,
is
look at Speaker.
completely different.
He goes like, "Ah, y'all done fucked up." game's
Like
game's literally over at that moment. There's no way you're not gonna stop closer on Olaf from winning the game. Literally at this moment, it's over. At the red buff, I was like, there might be a shot at this. I'm like, Huni,
yeah,
that
yeah.
was that dude. That was one of the most troll Sword Art hooks I've. That was one of the most troll Nautilus hooks I've seen in a while.
What was the like? Did they drink some like prune juice or something? Like I don't know. Like
They took that red serum in Black Widow that mind controls.
I just like and then here like I'm like okay all right and then they just lost all the objectives and were like what do you like Power of Evil it's a Gwen that's fed what are you doing
This is
what
your.
like
You say he was the MVP. Is this your man's? That's your man's right there.
it's better than Mr. Perks who wears a cap that doesn't want to show his face. I'll tell you that
It's
much.
eye problems.
Yeah, sure, that's what it is. Why didn't he wear a hat back in G2? Yeah,
Oh
bullshit.
my god, Warren, why are
But
you so mean? Is that your
but
man's
anyway,
right? That's your man's right there.
yeah, like he played like I don't understand how Huni had a great moment. Huni won with Mundo the first time. Remember when
Mhm.
he first picked, he was the first to pick Mundo on in NA, and then he does this like I don't know this uh, some fifth grade build that his little cousin must have told him like like
They lost
like
all the objectives.
they
They
lost
actually
all.
like in the early game, it was decently close. Like they won a team fight, so it wasn't like 100 Thieves were like drastically ahead of them. And 100 Thieves this week showed they're mortal. Like you can beat them. Someday has not looked that good. Huni has looked better than Someday the whole split, the entire
Yeah,
split. And
I'm starting to feel a little bit better. Sorry.
and no, and Huni's like, man, maybe I'm not better than Someday. What the fuck's wrong with you?
Like this was over by 25 minutes. Like again, like the thing is, and like the Viego and the like lethality virus is not gonna work. Like I think what would have been work for them is probably put Tristana or even put Caitlyn or I'm not sure if Senna was banned, but like you need something else like Zaya or something that scales like or early game or use Ziggs. Every other region is using Ziggs now. Maybe that makes it AP heavy, but at least Ziggs can get you towers. Because look, they didn't even take down the middle tier one and the tier one for bot lane. Like that's standing gold. There's a lot of things that went wrong. I just feel like their their fighting was not necessary. Like
This just solidifies Abadage should be all pro first mid laner over Power of
no,
Evil.
that just shows how weak NA is. That's the problem. So
Oh. With that being said, anything else you want to say, man, before we close out this actually?
uh
TSM
I-
baby.
no, TSM was grandpa. That wasn't baby this week. There was grandpa on it. Yeah, I definitely don't want to.
Is that your man
Listen,
Sordar who hooks into an Aphelios with the Fed Olaf right next to him?
here's what I'll say. I'll close it off with this. I am not confident in any of the top four teams right now, and
Hmm.
that's not good. And I'll end it with that.
See you guys later. Like, comment, subscribe. Most of all, enjoy. I'm the Nightwing and Way of Life Esports is signing out, guys. Peace. Have a good day. See you guys later. Deuces. And yeah, Cloud9's winning worlds, right?
No.
See you guys later. Peace.